Hey guys, it's me Marco, and today I want to tell you guys the origins of my avatar. So, I'll begin by saying that it happened back when I was in middle school and high school. So, remember I was in one of my first classes in middle school, and I began to draw myself as one of my favorite characters. And that favorite character was Nick Wilde from the movie Zootopia. And I started drawing like myself as a fox because I like foxes. I like my avatar being a fox. And I remember that back then I started drawing myself as a fox wearing the clothes that I used to wear back when I went to middle school. And I remember one day I decided to make a story about my avatar as a comic book version. Back then I used to make I used to grab sheets of paper and make them into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 squares. And in each square there would be a drawing of me and what I was doing. Especially I used to make a story about me. I remember I used to make a short story about me in school, drawing pictures. And my teacher would obviously hate, would not like, I'm gonna say would not like me drawing pictures, because I wouldn't concentrate in class pretty much. But it was my favorite thing to do, you guys. And I remember as I was drawing my avatar, one of my classmates walks up and sees what I'm doing because he was interested in seeing what I was doing. And when he asked me, "Who's this?" and I told him it's me. And then as soon as he saw that, he heard or saw that, he said, "Oh," and he called me this word that I'm kind of afraid to use, but I'm going to say it. He called me a furry like 2 or 3 times out loud, and my class, the whole class, some people in the class heard it. Some other people in that classroom heard it. And when he said it out loud, I felt embarrassed and ashamed that I was making myself as this character. But that never stopped me from making him my avatar. So back then, when I started my channel that I pretty much have on YouTube, usually I would make my profile picture as I remember my channel had a different name, and I had the profile picture of Nick Wilde from the movie Zootopia. And then one day I decided that I wanted to create my avatar. I don't know when this was. This was probably before that event of the school thing, or around or probably after the event of that what happened in school. But I remember that the very first profile picture I made of my avatar, it only showed his face smiling. I didn't show the rest of him because I was afraid that people were going to criticize me. And to be honest, you guys, when I downloaded the face of my avatar, I was scared because I feel like my followers were going to criticize me and calling me that, or telling me you should be ashamed that your avatar is this thing. And no, I just felt like I wanted to be creative with my profile picture that I uploaded on my channel. And then slowly by time, I started drawing my avatar showing his head and his shoulders. And then another few years, I drew him on this app called Flip-A-Clip. And the profile that you see on my channel now, these days, that's how I made my avatar. This is my avatar now. And I even have a friend who I told him that I was really afraid to show my avatar, especially in an animated video that I made of me voicing my avatar. He said, don't let people criticize you. Let them think what they want to think. Just do it. So he was helpful, and that's what I did. I animated I made an animation of me voicing my avatar. And yeah, but one thing is for sure is that I never told, back in middle school and high school, I never told people anything about my avatar. And especially because I used to be in 2 different high schools. I used to be in one that I've been for 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 years. But then because of all the bullying that's been happening in that school, you guys, I had to transfer to another school. And in this other school, I was in 12th grade. And the people there in that other high school were so nice to me. They supported my avatar. They told me, like, your avatar is great. And I loved it. I loved that other high school that I went to. And but I had a friend in my old high school where I started like 4 or 5 years, who saw my avatar and saw my work and stuff for him. All my drawings and artwork that he even said, this is pretty nice. And until this day, we're still friends. And I'm just really thankful that we're still friends, and he supports me. He even made his own avatar. It's not an animal. It's actually like a cartoon character. He created him. I think he created and was inspired by, because, by the way, I don't think I mentioned this, but my avatar was inspired by 2 of my favorite characters, Nick Wilde and Tails. And I actually told this to a streamer who I follow, and she said that I showed her my my avatar, and she's like, yeah, it looks a bit like a Sonic character, and she was right, it does. And then I told her it was inspired by 2 of my favorite characters, and she's a really nice person, you guys. I'm not gonna lie, she is a really nice person. And from the stream that I was watching there, some other people were actually supportive of my avatar. They told me, like, you should never be ashamed of your avatar. And if it's what I like, it's what I like, you guys. But anyways, that's the origins of how I made my avatar. Like, slowly by time, he was just a fox character that never had, like, the way he looks like in this picture, that's how he never looked like when I started making him. I just drew myself like the character Nick Wilde, but in different clothing. And then slowly by time, I started, like, developing him to look like this. Like, I wanted him to wear a scarf. I wanted him to wear goggles. I wanted him to have hair, and I wanted to voice act him, which I might do in future videos. But that's all I have to say to you guys, because I don't want this video to be so long. But that's everything I want to share to you guys about my avatar. And I hope you guys enjoyed this, and stay tuned to any videos that I follow. Bye.